welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris here with another Rumour Has It video. So we're looking at the players linked to Newcastle United. The window isn't open yet, but it doesn't stop players being linked, especially with this World Cup on. Loads of players being linked. And this player is a hell of a player. He's actually just been at the World Cup and he's been dumped out fairly recently. So we're going to get stuck in a minute. Just before we do a little bit of housekeeping, if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We'd love you to come and join us. We've just cracked over 2,100 subscriber mark. So we really appreciate everyone who's done that so far. Loads of room for you guys if you haven't. Just pop up videos like this, Rumour Has It, Morning Magpies, or 2 live shows, which now the World Cup is ending. We'll be back very regularly on Monday with What's Going On Evermore every Wednesdays normally. So tune in, make sure you come and have a chat with us, have a crack at the comments. Really good place to be. All free content, as we don't charge anybody for it. We just love talking about the club. And let's do that right now. So we're looking at a player who's been linked to the club recently. Now, this one may be a little bit out there, especially after Eddie Howe's comments about financial fair play recently. But screw it, why not? We love covering these rumours. We're not ITK. I can't stress that any further enough. We still get people in the comments moaning about ITK. We don't do that here. We just talk about players linked to the club in the media, and this is a player we're going to do that right now. No inside sources, no made-up stories for subs and likes. We just talk about who's been linked. So this is the kid who's been linked right now. Now, you probably recognize him. He's a Portuguese wonder kid. He's probably the Ronaldo in waiting, as Ronaldo has cried out of the World Cup recently. And unfortunately, Joao Felix was following him shortly after that. But it is Joao Felix, Atletico Madrid's Portuguese wonder kid. And he's been linked to the club apparently from a January move. Now, this might be a bit of agent talk, really. His agent is the super agent, Jorge Mendes, who covers all the Portuguese superstars and potentially the entire Wolves squad. But Joao Felix has forever been linked to the Premier League ever since he probably went to Atletico Madrid, really, and even before that. He's been linked to Manchester United previously. He's been linked to Chelsea. And the story goes, according to the Sunday Mirror, that Jorge Mendes is flying into the UK this week to have discussions with Aston Villa and Newcastle United. And apparently Eddie Howe is interested in signing the player. So how much are you talking about for this kid? 60 to 70 million quid easy. He's 23 years old. As you can see there, he's got 28 caps for Portugal, 4 goals, 3 assists. He's been at Atletico Madrid since 2019, since he had a big money move from Benfica, where he had a great start as a young lad. Done really well for Atletico Madrid, 129 appearances, 33 goals and 16 assists. He plays kind of right across the middle. He can be a number 9, he can be a 10, he can be a false 9, he can play either side of the wing. He's a very, very talented footballer. Look at his stats there, breaking down per 90 minutes, then we'll look at his kind of stats this season. You can see there goals to games in terms of per 90 minutes. He's sitting on the 71 percentile this season. He has 12 La Liga appearances, 3 goals and 3 assists. All in all, 18 appearances, 4 goals and 3 assists. 5 yellow cards, funnily enough. So he's a bit micey. He likes a bit of a challenge here. As Mark's put his defensive capabilities in as a weakness, probably explains that, getting 5 yellow cards. But you can see there, I mean, it's all greens really on this lad's stats, in terms of his goals to shot ratios in the 79 percentile, dribble completions, 87 percentile. The kid is unbelievable with the ball at his feet. He's got this brilliant ability to roll players. The ball comes from close control. People try and get stuck in and nail him. He just drops his shoulder. He's away. He's got quick feet. He's knocking the ball left and right in terms of his touches. He's got a great eye for a pass as well. And, he can score a goal as well. So he's a very, very talented footballer. You can see there from his kind of key passes per 90 minutes. He's 1.38. So he's in the 77 percentile. This is across all top 5 European leagues for the lads in his position. So he is one hell of a footballer. There's no doubt about that. 89 there for assists and percentile, as you can see. And just a really talented footballer. Mark's done a radar there of him against Callum Wilson, who's, a major attacking threat for us. Clearly, Callum's an out-and-out centre-forward. Goals and expected goals are clearly going to be higher than Joao Felix. But Joao Felix gives you that little bit of creativity. For me, he's kind of a player that would be in that kind of Miguel Moron to maximum mold. I think if we were to sign him, he would slip in across that front 3, maybe drop in as a player just behind the striker. You can see from his key strengths there, we've just covered in there. Key passes, long shots, great with the ball from distance, finishing, passing ability. It's actually quite good with his head as well. He scored a couple of belting headers for Atletico Madrid. So yeah, I mean, this is a hell of a footballer here. But why would a player this good be wanting to leave Atletico Madrid. And look how good his heat map is there. He's a busy, busy lad. Why would he want to be leaving Atletico Madrid? So this is a little bit that concerns me here. And this is why I think this might be a little bit of BS. So apparently he's fell out with Diego Simeone, and even the chairman, even the top guy at Atletico Madrid, has actually said that Joao Felix is the biggest bet they've made, probably just translation, biggest transfer they've made. But they said they want him to stay, but that's not in the players' mindset. And he said he wasn't going to get into it, but him and Simeone don't really see eye to eye. And even Joao Felix was quoted saying, "Yes, I feel better while playing for Portugal. The way we play here is totally different, and the joy is also completely different." So that is a little bit of a concern that, as PK always says, the no dickhead policy. Is his kid a bit of a dickhead? Has he got a little bit too big for his britches? Some players do. There's no doubt about that. Some players really do get a bit too big for the britches. Especially players like Joao Felix, who's probably going to have, the world at his feet and, constantly being compared to Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal looking for that next big thing. You've obviously got him, and you've got Gonzalo Ramos, another player we've been linked to previously. And maybe you're starting to believe the hype a little bit too much. And it's just one of them. Possibly, I'm not sure whether that's a kind of an Eddie Howe type player. With respect to us and Aston Villa, is that where the kid wants to go? Apparently, he's gagging for Champions League football. That's where he really wants to go. So the talks of Manchester United and Chelsea maybe carry a little bit more weight. But listen, we're sitting in third at the moment, and if it looks like we're going to finish in that top four, then players like Joao Felix might take a punt on Newcastle in a January move and say, "Do you know what? These guys are looking good for Champions League. I'll get myself there, and see what's going on." But is that the kind of player that we want? I mean, obviously we're linked to the likes of Maddison, Diaby. I don't think they're insistent on having Champions League football. Out of those lot, Maddison's probably the one I think would fit best because of his proven track record in the Premier League. But listen, I'm not going to stuck my nose up at Joao Felix. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm just looking at his stats from last season. So last season in La Liga, he got 8 goals and 24 appearances. So he's on course to potentially do a little bit better than that, even though he's complaining that the team isn't playing to his strengths. 35 appearances all in all and 10 goals. So even in the Champions League, got 8 appearances. He only got 1 goal and 1 assist. So this is another reason I think why Atletico Madrid are maybe looking to sell him. It's very, very similar to the the Juventus links that we had as well about Vlahovic, that they're in the shit really financially. I think Atletico Madrid getting dumped out of the Champions League early doors hasn't helped their cases at all. They're going to have to look to try and balance these books with FFP on the horizon. So we might have a good shout of it here, but I don't know whether it'll be a Chelsea or a Manchester United. Maybe the Ronaldo situation's put him off Manchester United. Ronaldo still carries a lot of weight with those Portuguese players. Maybe the likes of Joao Felix, who look up to Ronaldo as a hero, might think Old Trafford isn't a good destination for him. But as I say, we're going to be linked to loads of players. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We always love to hear what you've got to say. Would you sign Joao Felix? I certainly wouldn't say no if he rocked up on Barrack Road with a black and white shirt in his hand, but I'm just not sure whether this has got a lot of legs. I think this might be just some agent talk trying to get better deals for his client. But let us know what you guys think. We always love to hear from you. And as I mentioned at the start, if you haven't already, smash the like and subscribe button. Please like the video because it really helps us drive the videos and get them around and get them out to loads of people who haven't seen them before, and they can come and join Evermore and hear more and more about this exciting journey that it is to be a Newcastle United fan right now. So this is Chris signing off for now. Let's keep supporting that team of United. Me and Mark will be back what's going on tonight at 10 o'clock, so make sure you check that out, and we'll be back with some more transfer banter soon. Catch you later. Cheers. Bye.